Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? In this episode, I'm going to talk about how to dream. You heard that right, how to dream. This is something that we are not taught. We're taught what to think. We're taught what we should think about, but we are not taught how to think. And part of knowing how to think is knowing how to dream. So I'm going to break that down for you in this episode. Now, as we lead into this, I want to quickly share a story about one of our recent graduates. His name's Christopher, and he is an incredible coach. And he is an example of a student that experienced what I call explosive results. So there's all kinds of results that our students get. Some of them get fast results where by the second or the third month, they start enrolling clients and it's very fast. Some of our students get gradual results where it starts out small and then it starts to snowball and pick up over time. And then we have students who get explosive results where it might feel like they're hearing crickets at first, but they keep showing up, they keep getting coaching, they keep using the resources we give them, and then everything just takes off at once. So here's what he shared when he was finishing up his certification at the end of the academy. He shared in our Facebook group, "A few weeks ago, I hadn't made a single dollar. But after some excellent coaching, I made the choice to believe in the possibility of being successful. After my first paying client, that possibility grew stronger and more real for me. A few days later, I signed my second paying client. The next week, I caused a conversation with a large dealership. I spoke with the general manager and co-created the opportunity to work with members of his sales team. That conversation led to signing on a team of 5 people. With so much evidence that possibility is possible, I am more clear than I have ever been that the only thing standing between us and the life we choose is twofold: belief in the possibilities you create and causing conversations that make a difference in your own life and in the lives of others." So Christopher created for himself about $11,000 in about a month's time, which is phenomenal. So what Christopher shared so beautifully ties in to the topic of this episode, how to dream. And the thing that stood out most about his story was when he said, possibility is possible. I just loved that. It took me a few times to read that over before I really got it. Possibility is possible. So let me ask you, how often do you allow yourself to dream? To consider new possibilities in your life? When's the last time you allowed yourself to dream big and move towards that dream? Dreaming means letting your mind go anywhere it wants to go. Create anything you want in your brain. Believe in anything. And it also means seeing things that aren't real yet. You do not need to have certain results or evidence in your life in order to start believing something, right? You dream it and then you create it. You see it first in your brain and then all of a sudden you start seeing it outside in your life. That's what it means to dream, right? Having the thoughts that then create the results. So as children, we dream all the time, right? Children have these wonderful imaginations. And then it's like there's a point in our maturity where the ability to dream is smacked out of us. It's fascinating because as children, it's so inherent. It's a natural part of our humanity to dream. And then when we age and grow and become members of society, it's like all this fear starts to diminish those dreams and take them away. And then you lose the ability to dream. You forget how to dream in your life. So I was talking to one of my friends recently. His name's Josh. I know that he's also a listener of the podcast. And he was talking about this dream he had of starting his own business. And I asked him, so tell me, what would you love to earn in your business? What would you love to make per month? And he froze and he looked at me. He's like, I don't know. I didn't really think about that. I'm not really sure. And he's not alone. Like when I talk to those interested in the academy and when our students enroll, it's one of the first questions I ask them. What would you love to earn as a coach? And it's so fascinating when the response is, well, I don't know. So I don't know is not an answer because you are allowed to respond with anything. There's no correct or incorrect answer. There's no right or wrong when you decide to dream. You get to literally create anything you want in your mind. So I want you to practice this right now. What are you allowing to be possible in your life? If your goal is to have a coaching business, what would you love to earn per month as a coach? What are you allowing to be possible for you? What do you most want? Right? What would be the ultimate dream? And allow yourself to think big here. So when I ask coaches this question around what would they love to earn, often the response is, well, I'd love to earn what I'm earning right now. I'd love to just match my current salary. And they give that response because it feels rational, because it would be nice, it's comfortable for them, because it's already what they're earning, so it feels like the comfortable place to go. But here's the thing, that is not dreaming. That is repeating the past. Now, a lot of coaches, when I ask them, what would you love to earn? And they stretch themselves and they say, well, I guess I'd like to go from earning $5,000 a month, which is what I'm making now, to maybe having $10,000 a month. And I say, well, yeah, why not? They say, well, I don't know if that's possible. And when I question that, I say, why don't you think it's possible? The response is usually, well, because I've never earned that before, so I don't know if I can do it. Now, isn't that a fascinating response? I've never done it before, so I don't know if I can do it. Of course you haven't done it before, right? Because if we were only capable of producing what we already have, our lives would never change. But what makes us human is our ability to create. What makes us human is our ability to take nothing and create something. To take something that doesn't exist and bring it into existence. As humans, we are born creators. Now, I want you to think about, as a species, like the time that maybe we were living in caves. Imagine there was one caveman. They're inside the cave. He's in the cave with another caveman. And he thinks, maybe we should go outside the cave and explore a little bit. Maybe see what's out there. And then the other caveman goes, well, I don't know. I don't know about that because we've just never done it before. We've never gone outside. We don't know what's out there. And the first caveman goes, well, duh. That's why we need to go outside because we haven't done it before. Right? So when you think about the dream you're having right now, are you doubting yourself? Like, I don't know if I could do that because I haven't done it before. Or are you telling yourself, yeah, I want to pursue it because I haven't done it before. I want to create the possibility. That's how our species has evolved, right? People believing in something that wasn't there and then moving towards creating it. That is how the human species has gotten to where it is now. It's one of the greatest gifts that we have as humans, the ability to dream, the ability to create. Now, every single product in your life that makes your life easier, that you're super grateful for, that came from a human that decided one day to dream, right? For example, one of the things I'm super grateful for is having a dishwasher. I really am grateful for that. And I became even more grateful for it after I lived in China for a couple of years where dishwashers were very rare. Dishwashers and also dryers. So I'm so grateful to have a dishwasher. And just imagine, like there was a person one day that before dishwashers exist, they thought, maybe we can make a machine that washes dishes so that we don't have to wash them by hand all the time. But I don't know. There's nothing like that exists, so maybe it's not possible. Wouldn't that just sound so ridiculous if someone had an idea and go, well, I don't know about that because there's no evidence of it. So how is it possible? That's exactly the point. You are going to make it possible, right? Someone thought, a machine that washes dishes. I'm getting very excited talking about a dishwasher right now. A machine that washes dishes. Is it possible? Of course it is. Let's go see what we can do with that. Let's go create it. Let's pursue it. Let's explore it. Let's leave the cave and go into the world. So if you don't have the belief that it's possible for whatever dream you have, then your dream's already over. If you don't have the belief it's possible, you've already decided to fail ahead of time. It's just your dream will just go into the graveyard where all the other unfulfilled dreams are buried. All those what ifs that people never gave themselves the chance to even explore. So the first step to creating a dream, the first step to dreaming is believing it's possible. Now, you don't need to know how you're going to get there. You don't need to know how long it's going to take. That's not a good use of your energy. You do not need to have all those answers. The logical part of your brain is going to want to try to jump in and be a part of the conversation, but you've got to say, listen, I'm dreaming right now. I'm creating possibilities. I'm tapping into the visionary inside me, right? I don't need to know how it's going to happen. I'm just open to the possibility of it, and I'm just feeling the excitement of that. Right? Like, when's the last time that you've allowed yourself to dream and tasted the dream, experienced it, stepped into it without even needing to know how you got there? Now, here's another thing. You don't need anyone's permission to dream. Whatever anyone else thinks about your dream is irrelevant. Their limitations, their fears, their judgments, not relevant to you. You get to decide what's possible for you because you are the creator of your life. Now, sometimes when people dream, they think, I don't know, I might need to tone this in. This dream's starting to get really big. Here's the truth. No dream is too big. The actual purpose of a dream is to stretch your idea of what's possible. That is the point. So if you're feeling like your dream is big, you are doing it right. You're doing it right. The point of the dream is to stretch you. If you're dreaming something that feels very comfortable, then you're just going to create comfort, right? It's not going to take your life anywhere different. Now, I think that when we have our coaches in the academy that say, it's really interesting, they'll say, when they start to stretch themselves, like, okay, I think I want to earn $10,000 a month. For many of them, that's one of their dreams. I love to respond by saying, okay, that sounds like a great place to start. And they say, wait, really? To start? Meaning I could go beyond that? I can make more? And I say, of course you can. The sky is the limit. We have this life where you can literally create whatever you want. But as an entrepreneur, you can create whatever level of value you want. You can design the life that you want, right? If you had a paintbrush and a blank canvas and you can design the ideal life, what would it look like? Don't hold back from dreaming big. Now, another important thing to know when it comes to knowing how to dream is considering who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are the people that you're surrounding yourself in your life? Are they other dreamers or are they naysayers? Are they dream killers? It's so crucial that you protect your dreams, that you keep them sacred to you. Your dream is your dream and only yours. So you can imagine when you have a dream, it's like this little spark that's starting to take form. And you want to stay away from the people that are looking to extinguish that. You know who those people are, right? It's not your responsibility to share your dream with everybody. You want to instead find a community of people who fan the flames of that little spark, who make it something big, who allow it to grow, who support you. people that fan the flames of your visions and of your dreams when you share them. They say, yeah, I want that for you. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's totally possible for you. Right? Surround yourself with people that are going to fan the flames of your vision and your dreams. I think one of the reason that so many of our coaches in the academy do so well is because we create an environment where their success becomes inevitable because they're surrounded by other coaches, other instructors that are sustaining that belief of infinite possibility. That are sustaining that belief. And they're allowed, like we tell them, you're allowed to dream big here. You don't have to diminish yourself. You don't have to keep yourself to just say the things that feel comfortable. You are allowed to say and dream whatever it is that you want to dream. And we will meet you with that passion you have for your dream. We will meet you with the belief in that dream and the belief in you. So here's a question for you to consider. In a year from now, whatever you're listening to this episode, think about 1 year from today. Let's imagine that your life became more purposeful and fulfilling. What would be different? What would the best year of your life look like? Think about that for a second. A year from now, what would unfold? What would open up? You don't need to know how it all happened. Just what would it take for you to look back a year from now and go, wow, that was the best year ever. My life is so much more fulfilling and purposeful. Right? Connecting with that is what allows those dreams to start taking form. And once your dreams start taking form, then something kicks inside you. Something starts to get your gears going. You start to realize how you could move forward, move closer to that dream, honor that dream, and commit yourself to that dream. So for those of you listening that have been operating from a place of fear for so long, which by the way is not your fault if that's the case, because as I shared earlier, as we mature and become adults, it's like we lose this connection to knowing how to dream. So if you've lived a great portion of your life from a place of comfort or safety and fear, when you start to dream, it actually will be perceived as a threat to that fearful part of you. It will be perceived as a threat to your whole nervous system. Your body might even seize up a little bit when you start focusing on that dream you have, when you start bringing it to life and thinking about it, entertaining the idea of it. Right? Now, that's a good thing when that happens. That is a good thing. It is a healthy exercise for you to dream big, let your body freak out about it a little bit, because what you do is you create a sense of safety for yourself and in your body. So I want to end by saying that it is safe for you to have wild dreams. It's safe for you to be successful. It's safe for you to have it all, to experience all that life has to offer. It is not a requirement for you to struggle throughout your whole life. Struggle is not a requirement. It may have been a major part of your life, but it doesn't have to continue to be a part of your life. Now, if you have this fear of what if this doesn't work out? What if I have this dream and I fail? Then you must redefine how you look at failure. And I have an episode that I have called Choosing Your Failure. And you could go listen to that to learn more, but essentially, you will have failures in life no matter what. You need to choose what kind of failure do you want to have. You will fail in the journey of actualizing your dream. You absolutely will fail. It's impossible to avoid that, but that's the good kind of failure that you need. That's the failure that builds you up to the success you want to have. You're going to fail no matter what, but you need to fail in order to learn, and you need to learn in order to succeed and create that dream. So you fail your way forward. The point is you want to keep falling down until you don't fall down anymore. That's the type of failure you want. Now, you're also going to fail if you don't pursue your dreams, right? It's the failure of knowing that you're not living to your potential. It's the failure that sucks your soul away from you because you know that you're capable of more and you're being stagnant and you're playing small. And that's the failure that is heavy and that goes with you to the grave. It becomes regret and it becomes a burden. It's the failure of not trying, not betting on yourself and playing small. So which failure do you want to have? You get to choose that. And I know that some of you also are worried about other people's opinions of your dreams. Like, yeah, I know what my dream is, but what about what other people are going to think about it? Well, other people are going to have lots of opinions, but that is not an excuse for you to hold yourself back. When I decided to move to China, when I decided to even move to Raleigh, people were like, why are you going to China? You need to be really careful. And a lot of people said, why are you moving to the South? You need to be really careful. Here's the thing. Your dreams don't need to make sense to anyone but you. And you also don't need anyone else to be on board with your dreams in order to move towards them. The question is, are you on board with your dreams? Are you on board with the dreams you have in your life? That's what I got for this episode on how to dream. And I want to end with a little snippet of the client and now graduate of the Academy, Christopher. I want to share with you a clip that he submitted about his experience in the Academy, some of the tips and advice he'd give for those that are thinking about becoming coaches. And I want you to keep in mind as you listen to this, that this was recorded, this part that I'm about to share with you, before he had his explosive 11K month. So enjoy listening to Christopher's story, and I will see you all in the next episode.
Hi, I'm Christopher Michael. I'm currently a hairstylist in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm also a student in the Thriving Coach Academy. So when I'm doing hair at the salon, I'm really tuned into my client who's sitting in my chair, and I really enjoy having the conversations that I get to have with my clients, because anybody in the salon will tell you anything. And they always told me, you're such a great listener. Like, normally it's like hair and therapy all in one. And so as I was in my own personal development, I realized that the thing I love most about doing hair are the conversations that I get to have with clients as I'm doing their hair. The ability to be like fully present in the conversation with my clients, I could tell had a really big impact on them. And so I started to wonder, maybe coaching is more the direction I want to go. If I could just put the scissors down and just sit there and listen and help people with their lives. And what a great thing that would be to be able to make a difference for people. What drew me to the Academy initially was the energy that I experienced listening to Frank's podcasts. When I learned about all of the things that it offered, I realized that it had the thing that every other program and training program I've been part of was missing. And that's structure and business development and client marketing. Doing a podcast, doing a webinar, all of those things have been thoughts I've had in the past. And I was super excited to start this program because there was a lot of training and development in those specific areas. I think my favorite thing about the coaching program or the Academy is all of the practice coaching that we get. I've had a lot of training and coaching and just interacting with people and listening in other programs. But what I love about the Academy is that there's a lot of specific emphasis put on making you just step into the role, just do the practice coaching. And I get to meet a bunch of really great coaches, and I get coaching myself, which also helps. And the energy is always fun. It always feels like such a safe place to grow and to learn. And I always leave every call with the experience that the team is just there really supporting what I'm out to create for myself. The fear that I was having about investing in this program was really based on the thought that I don't know that my husband's going to approve, or I don't know if I can actually do it. So he gave me some coaching around that. And I had a conversation with my husband about the possibility of joining the program. And there was nothing there for him about why I shouldn't. It was so easy. So I think in that moment, I realized that the only thing that was really getting in my way was this fear that I had about not being able to do it. So here I am. So I thought just do it. It's an investment, and I pay the money and I joined the program. And I have been every time I'm completely blown away. Like, I've paid tens of thousands of dollars over the years for different programs, and I've received a fraction of the training and development I've gotten in this one in just it's been 2 months maybe. And so if you're having the thought that your partner is not going to approve, I would invite you to just have the conversation and show up with the excitement you have for the career you want to create. I'd say my biggest win so far after joining the Academy is knowing myself as somebody who is perfectly capable of having a coaching conversation, of building a coaching business. And as somebody who is worthy of the success that I always carried in the back of my mind, that all the practice coaching and mentor coaching and interactions I have with the team, they've been so validating for what I believe to be the case, that I am an awesome person with a lot to give and that I'm worthy of providing value in every coaching session. What I see that's possible for myself is stepping away from the salon while maintaining the connections I've already built with the clients that I have. So I'm not leaving the business, I'm just leaving the craft of hair. Eventually, I will step away from that and it will give me freedom where I won't be tethered to a salon. I won't be tethered to a specific chair, that I could travel more, which is what I love to travel. If I could go somewhere tropical and have a coaching call, like in a hotel room right on the ocean, that would be amazing. And being able to get paid while traveling and working and loving what I do. There's great money to be made in the hair industry, but there's such untapped potential, I think, in the coaching industry where you could be anywhere in the world and be doing this work. You could have clients anywhere in the world and just the push of a button, build a very successful business, making $10,000 a month. Now that I'm in the program, I've been in the program for 2.5 months. It's so obvious to me that the amount of value packed into this program far exceeds. Like, I've been looking for this program for 7 years. I've been in this work 7 years, and this program has like everything that every other program was missing. It was like maybe missing from this program or this part missing from this program, but this Thriving Coach Academy seems to have all of the elements that were missing piece by piece in all of the other programs in the past 7 years. So if you don't want to wait 7 years to discover what's possible, then I would say just throw yourself into it. Throw yourself into it, because it's not just a program. It's like really access to the rest of your life.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coaches' secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.